Now we do. No sound on YouTube. It's all right. We got there. Just can hear. There we go. Now we're tracking, bro. So check out Solo. Was not an AMC. Should have been an AMC. I hope you're not wanting to buy AMC now. Don't do that. So we got us a stage 2 going in Solo. So take a look. Remember the last big run we had in Solo? So this is what we're looking for, right? This is what we're hunting. We want to get this big run over here. Big stage 2 breakout. Pulls back a minute. Holds the 1. Off we go. This is what you have going on in AMC, right? This kind of move here. So you got to play this correctly. So if you're, the way to play it correctly going forward is to look back and see, okay, did I play it correctly back then? So if do this, go and look at charts and say, okay, I should have bought here. I should have got out here. Or I should have downsized here. You want to play that game back over in your head, right? So as you go through looking at charts, you want to be going, look, breakout, pulls back, holds the stage 1. So this signal's still good. Like this is the signal. You're playing this. And then runs up. And so we need a way, as this moves higher, to take this money off if we're trading. Right? I mean, it's a huge return. What was that? From $2 to $12.50? So we want to be able to play all of this, but anticipate this. Like, it's going to pull back. You don't even get a dump signal till like over here. So this is what we're looking for over here. So if you're in AMC right now, come on, man, look at it. Why would you be out, man? There ain't no reason to get out. Look. Price is above the 5-day. Price is going up, man. It don't matter if it pulls back 20, 30%. Who gives a fuck? It went up 100. Like, this is normal. Look. Big up. Big down, right? Big up. Big down. But everything's still going up. And it's just going to keep going up and up and up until it stops. And guess what? When it stops, guess what it's going to do? You're going to see this whole configuration change. These lines, they're going to go the other way, right? So if you look back and you're looking at previous runs when this thing, look, stage 1, here's your breakout. We run up. Look, doesn't that look familiar? Oh, guess what might happen? Pull back. So you want to have more shares, less shares, right? Right? More shares, less shares. Low, high. That configuration. So if you're stepping in now, you might be on the wrong side of the configuration. Like, you get what I'm saying? You should have been in down here and unloading up here. Isn't that how that works? How it should work, right? Now, if you're in AMC, don't get out, man. Take some off. Let the trade unwind. That's called the money flow. Flow with the money. Like, we don't want to stop the flow. Just stay with it. Shit. Let it go. Downsize it as it goes up. And what? Put it back on as it goes down. Like, it's pretty simple, man. Shit's pretty easy. You just got to figure out what you want to flow with. So one that I follow all the time, Twitter. Why? What am I looking for, man? I'm looking for the configuration that you see right now. What? Price above the green line, right? Oh, this is what I'm waiting on. Why? That's what it looks like when it goes up. So if we go over here, what do we see? Price went sideways. This is on Twitter, right? It sold off. It went sideways. And then what? The configuration. What was the breakout? Right out of the money flow book, right? That is the breakout, man. Price is now above the green line. Look. Boom. Breaking out. We can officially call that stage one. One. There's the breakout. Where's it going to go? Till it stops. And the configuration starts to turn. And all this way, I just go with it. That's the money flow, man. That is the money flow. We flow with the money. And how do I know when maybe it's gone a little too high or maybe a little too low? And all that's letting me know the low and the high is the flow. Like we're just moving, man. We're just flowing along. It ain't complicated. Look, it just flows along. At the ebbs and the of the bipolar folks in the game playing, man. Oh shit, Elon tweeted, I better do something. And you get people, they're in the flow together. And you get enough people all thinking the same thing, the price goes the same way, man. And that's it. So years ago, as I began to watch, I'd say, okay, this pattern, it's alive, man. And I would watch it move. And I would see it. And sometimes it'll be in lockstep, man. And I began to where I could draw boxes on price. I don't need these fucking moves. You can see it, bro. And once you see what I'm looking for, you can see it. It's everywhere. Look at this. Every once in a while, it might get a little off kilter. Like, might not look as good. That's why we need other things to help us. That's what that 20-day moving average is. If price is on this side, well, that's kind of giving me a clue. And if price is above it, looks like it wants to go higher, right? So as I began to interpret that with these tools, and then I realized, okay, you see that 5 and 10. This is getting down in the swing trades, the 5 and the 10. So if a guy truly wants to swing trade, he's buying, he's getting out, swinged it, boom, boom, perfect swing trade. Catch the breakout, close the top. That's it. You're out. Move on. That's called swing trading, man. And if that's what you want to do it. That's it. That's it. That looks pretty easy, man. Buy 1 million, collect 10 million. I mean, it ain't that complicated. Buy 1,000, collect 10. I mean, whatever the number is, you decide that. The inputs, you decide the share count, the size, all that stuff is up to you. And the time frame is up to you. You say, well, how did you know it was going to go up? I didn't. The only reason I knew is price went up. And that trends, prices trend. And so I just began to see that it kind of flowed in a pattern. And there's some people who don't see this pattern. Like I had a guy the other day, it's like, man, I think you just made this up. I'm like, okay. I don't know. Let's see. The Peters report. Maybe I just made this up one day. See, so a bunch of, I mean, maybe because I got it from other people, maybe they made it up too. Who knows? So as I began to watch this and say, okay, generally stocks drift to the upside due to inflation, more people, money, they're valuable. You know, like houses, they tend to just drift higher. All things considered, if no one's fucking with them, if there's nothing tragic happening, there's no viruses, there's no whatever systematic threats, prices tend to just drift higher. The price of eggs costs more just over time. Milk goes up, like insurance goes up. The natural course of everything, the price is to go up. And things that are scarce, you know, like stocks, you have to actually get off your ass and go buy it. It's not free. Right? You have to actually do something to get it. And so there's value. And there's enough people who agree with this that these Twitter shares have some sort of value. But here's what I began to notice as I would study this pattern. I began to look for the pattern all the time inside of prices. Like it would go like this and then go up and then go like this and it would come down and go like this. Now, the hard part or the confusing part is you don't know how long these things last. We don't know how high it's going to go or how low it's going to go. So I just began to say, okay, is there a way to kind of know, like it's probably gone too high? And probably, I don't need certainty. It's fucking hand grenades, okay? This is not surgery. It's hand grenades. So I just want to genuinely know, that's all I'm looking for. Because if I have just a general idea, I can make a good decision. I don't need to, get what I'm saying? This one's not a penny stock, my friend. This one is Twitter. Let's pull up a penny stock. I got sidetracked. Hold on. Let's look at EYEN. EYEN. Now, can we see the money flow on this bastard? This one gets a little choppy. But the bigger picture, it starts to emerge. Look, starts to emerge. The first thing I do is start looking for boxes. Do I see any boxes? Come on, man. Do I see any boxes? All right. I began to look. Boy, these get tight. This is just a failed breakout after failed breakout, right? And I'm like, am I seeing pattern? But what I need to see to make the pattern really profitable, I need to see these nice sideways and big moves up. Right? That's what we want to see. $3, $6, 100%. Right up. And then what? Stops. Look at all this green, man. So this is my signal to say, hey, price has gone pretty far, pretty fast, man. You might want to start locking in some of this. So as that drifts into that green department, I'm assuming at some point, we're going to what? Go sideways, go up, go sideways, come back down. Now, I don't mean you have to sell any. Don't mean that. But if what I like to do is trim it here. Why? So I can take some of that and push it to something else, man. I'm trying to get more of these things. I want more stocks, bigger positions, more shares, right? And I want to try to catch them when they're down. So they're doing that pattern. Now this is EYEN, right? It's trying to break out. So the way the pattern's forming right now, EYEN. Here's our stage one. Here's our breakout. We're starting, but it's got to move, man. We got to get moving. Our target would be $7.20. Do we think we can do it, man? Let's see. Let's check tip ranks for a second. I think we got a $7 target on this. Yeah, shit. I have 7. They got 10. So, now that don't mean we hit it, but that does mean, there is some fundamentals to the business, an actual business. It's a company actually trying to make money. And so if we can catch it on the low end of the pattern, or it moves up to the higher end of the pattern, right? Or it turns, then I can what? Swing it. And maybe I keep some, and as it pulls back, cool, I got less shares. Trying to think, look at let's look at a big cap though. Look at DraftKings. Where's DraftKings today? Come on, man. Where's DraftKings? We've caught some good ones on this. Look at this. Now, DraftKings can get moving. But if we're just looking at this, we want to be in on this below it, coming up it. Get what I'm saying? Like, if you're watching the pattern play, price, and it's not always perfect, but it's following this general path, right? Which would be defined here as boom, 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 right? Boom, 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 boom. Now it starts to get a little tighter. Generally up though, and down. And then look, we had our first failed pattern in a while, man. Many moons where it broke down. This DraftKings, right? So if I'm watching DraftKings, I'm using the money flow and I'm waiting for this box to set up for this sideways price movement. And the way that I know the momentum to the downside is probably ended as the RSI goes extreme. And also, I need to make sure fundamentally this company is worth more money. I mean, are there 2 people in America that think it's worth $72? Yeah, all right, good. Right? It needs to be valuable. It needs to be making money. It needs to be a real business, right? And if I can get that alignment, and I can get it on the bottom end, right? Stage 1, 2, right? 3, right? Then we break down. If that's the pattern, break out, break down. We got to get price right over here. That's what we're seeing here. But what do they say, Andre? Sure, I'm not. $69, man. Okay, let's say they're wrong by $6. Stupid analyst. Still $10 high. That's right where the previous high was. So it's probably going to hold up there anyway. Why? Well, one of the beliefs inside of the money flow of the price pattern movement is this idea that price respects previous highs and respects previous lows. It's drawn to it. So when it breaks out, it moves to the previous high and stops. And when it breaks down, it moves to the previous low and stops. It may not stay there, but it's going there. So we just make the assumption either direction, whichever way it's going, that's where it's going. Going to previous high, previous low. It's drawn back to where it was. This is how you get support and resistance levels and be able to, you can look at a chart and go, wow, it seems to stop there a lot. You know, you get them over here. And what'll happen is these zones where it becomes support, you can't make hard and fast rules on it. These are just bits of information, are usually where it was resistance. And they flip-flop. And you'll see this pattern play out on all kinds of charts, not just this chart, all kinds of charts. But let's see, man. Maybe I'm making all this. Let's look at Pepsi. Where's Pepsi? Let's look at Pepsi. So, I mean, based on that, what I'm looking for is if we're looking at this, where's this inside of the money flow pattern? Okay, well, we back up. Woo, look, breakout right here. That was your stage 1. Like you just start backing this up, right? What would have been the perfect candle to buy? Well, I want at least 4 days to say I got a box. I need to see, I really like to see TSI cross. Histogram's obviously sloping up. Like this picture starts to emerge on, the stochastics breaks above the 20 line. Like this exact picture is exact on the bottom as it is on the top, right? So if we put a line there, and you should do this, go look at charts. All I'm looking for is it to look the same, man. That's it. It's going to look the same. This is Pepsi, but we can put in Twitter. It's the same, or Bitcoin. Like it don't matter, right? So if that's, and we do the same to the top, man. So if there's a pattern right here, right? What I'm contending in the book, The Money Flow, is that price moves in 4 stages. And as it moves through one, and sometimes it's not perfect. It's part of not knowing. Shit, you can be a good poker player, get bad cards. Doesn't mean you're a bad poker player. It means you got bad cards. Market can turn, sentiments. You say, well, how can you know? Well, you can watch indexes. You could watch the S&P 500. And when you see it do this, guess what? The wind is going against you. That means things are going to move down. And does that mean you need to take action? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe you're always putting money in. You don't give a fuck. Let it come down. You're going to buy the stage 1. You're still using timing. You're just using it different. Your signal's not a tweet. Your signals, because it happened. Price movement, an actual fucking pattern, not a guy with a Twitter account. Like an actual fucking, you can see it happening. So you're observing all the people, right? And so if I'm looking at Twitter and we talk about the 20, I'm looking for, look at all these zones where you can see where even the 20 is not perfect, right? It's just part of it. Let's see where it breaks down, breaks above, breaks down, breaks above, right? I just start going around here. Let's see, breaks down, breaks above. And on these, I can begin to like, okay, when it breaks above, it's probably going to go that way. And when it breaks down, it's probably going to go this way. And when it breaks up, it's probably going to go that way. And you just sit, right, and you're looking at it. You can see, well, it's not perfect. Yeah, you don't know. You don't know how far each. That's what the 20 can't be used by itself as your only tool. This Twitter chart's interesting. I start looking at it and I get to. Yeah, I'm a little weird, man. When I'm watching this, look, let's get in here for a second. Look at these moving averages. See how they're spread apart? This one. See it? All the momentum moving higher. Price is literally fucking higher than all of these days for the last fucking month. Look at that. 5, the 10, the 20, these are all numerically stacked up in order. 5, 10, 20, 200, all numerical order. Low volume today, it's Friday. But pointing up. Now, this is where we start to run into our first issue. Now, remember, we use this to help get us in. Might help you get out. And so if we go back and look, and you start looking at the tops of these, can this go higher? Absolutely. And so as you look at this today, with that being sideways, that's actually good if you're bullish, because we didn't want this to end too soon. You know, as long as this is printing to this upside, trend's still up. All this is telling you is the momentum. So you can have something trending up, but starts to lose momentum. This is all this is telling you. That's why you can't use it by itself. It's, again, a little piece, one of 6, allowing you to see into price. So if we look at the moving averages, they're numerically aligned, stacked, like perfect steps, 5-day, 10-day, 20-day. What? Where's price? Get above all of them. That's the most bullish signal in the book. Price is above the 5, 10, 20, and they're all numerically aligned. Wrote a whole chapter on the shit. And so, like, as you look at that, you're looking at that, that's what you see, man. This is as bullish as can be. Where's the target? Previous high. Shit, it's been there before. We can do it again. That's how we get resistance. 68, that's $10 high. Do we got room on the RSI? Yeah, you got about another 25 points. That looks like it put it about right there. Right? What do you mean? Well, I've seen this play out before. I know exactly what it's going to look like at the high. This shit here is going to go green. Right? Histogram's going to start to roll over. Right? Price is going to stop. These averages are going to catch up. What? Just like it was over here. Good. They start to turn. And it's what? It's done. We got to be out before that. Or at least take some off the table if you're trading. I mean, you got to, or you don't get paid. So if you're perfectly swinging it, you're buying the stage 1, you're getting out. In, out. You swung trade. In, out. You got to decide that in the beginning, man. Can't make that shit up as you go. So if you're like, well, shit, I'm kind of making it up as I go, Gerald. You need to stop that. You need to get your shit together. You could start that today. God damn. You could get serious today. You could say, hey, fuck, I want to learn trade. I want to be a stock trader. That'd be cruel. Huh. Stage 1, stage 3, stage 1. This is the money flow. It doesn't always go purty. Sometimes it fails. It's still the damn stage. That's still the 3, even though it didn't go very far. And that's still the 4, and it broke down. That's still the 1. And now we're breaking out. Where's it going to go? Previous high. This is the game I play every fucking day, all day long. And I always get people like, want to deviate. Well, what about, no, you do that. I already went through all that. I spent 7 years searching the markets, trying to figure out shit, worrying about crashes, all the same dumb shit people say to me all day long. I already went through that, dude. I'm done with it. You go do that game. I'm going to get rich. Where are we at on Bitcoin? So if we're looking at the money flow and we think price moves in 4 stages, what stage do you think we're in for Bitcoin right now? All right, let's kick this. We got rid of that dude, man. Sorry, I had a spammer. That make me famous. Having bots that follow me around. Everywhere I post, these stupid fucking bots come into my comments, say shit. You guys are too lazy to comment. Bots do it for you. Your favorite influencers get to read stupid bot messages because you're too busy to type a fucking thumbs up. You know that, right? You go and you watch these dudes on YouTube. They're like, yeah, I'm way too busy to hit a fucking button. But just watch it. You ever see that? There's like, you'll see, and I mean, I never noticed that till I started posting things. It'll be like 1 million views and like 900 likes. So I was like, so 999,000 fucking people couldn't click a button, but they watched it. Like, goddamn, dude. How do you think that dude gets, anyway, why would we be anything other than fucking selfish? Why would we as society, and I love how too, a lot of those people are like telling other people what they need to do. And it's like, hey, you can't even click a fucking button. Don't lecture me on the environment, dude. Don't fucking lecture me on shit. Like, you can't click a fucking button. Don't talk to me about being nice to people. You're not nice all fucking day long. So, it's true, man. Like, if you worked at a job, people just... Also, like, here's another one. People be like, oh, ignore the haters. Like, at your job. Imagine if at your job, you're at Walmart working. Guy comes in the store and he goes, hey, you look fat in that shirt, dude. And then, like, 30 seconds later, they're like, hey, maybe fix the sound, asshole. And just every couple minutes, someone walks in and insults you. And then day after day, this goes on day after day. This goes on day after day. And then people are like, yeah, just ignore them, man. And it's like, dude, you would have already been at HR crying like a little bitch if you got treated like that one day at work. Fucking, come on. But on the internet, all those people, they're all tough. Let's look at Fastly. Oh, man, dude, it drives me crazy. These same people crying about politics, and they're fucking rude as hell on the internet. So on Fastly, what the hell am I talking about? So go hug your favorite YouTuber today. stage one, right? We're looking at the money flow right there. We get back to Bitcoin. I was waiting for the slow kids in the back to figure it out. We're looking at this pattern. We're over here, right? That's the good side. That's stage one. That's where we want to be. A lot of people want to buy it up here, man. They want to do the opposite. They get into AMC when they see it on TV, man. Like there are a lot of people that do that. These are the people that follow Elon and do shit when he tweets. That's what I'm talking about. And it's because of that we can take advantage. So if we know what it looks like when it stops going down, what happens? Price stops going down and literally forms a box where we get 4 candles that hold a bottom. There's a bottom. We can draw a line. So as price unveils itself every day, I'm drawing a line, right? And one day I'm going to have the very bottom. And it's right there. Now I just need a box. And there we go. We got it. And price is above the 5-day moving average. That's your first chance if you're trying to buy the bottom. All the homies hate Elon. Let's see. Now, here's the problem with this setup. I'm long fastly. You see how sloping down that moving average is? Dude, that's brutal. Look, that's a hard one. So what you're going to tend to see, because it likes it to turn more. And it's almost like a wide turn. If you look at that moving average, doesn't mean it's not a breakout. It is a breakout. I'm just suspect of these. And what I mean by that is a lot of times you're going to get a little more time to add to this if you want it. It'll try to break. It'll pull back in here. It'll try to break. It'll pull back in here as this ship turns. But today's the first day where that moving average is clicked up. 20-day at 44.87. It's pointing up. And look, 5 days on top. Price is above that. 10.20. Look, the configuration has changed. That is a stage 2 breakout. So as we look at the pattern, that little circle you see, that is that. What else do we see? So this is what you should do, man. You got to fall in love with these charts, man. You got to go look. You got to go down here and go, oh, what is the TSI doing? You want to burn that shit in your brain. What you're seeing is a configuration. And this is a configuration when prices move higher. And what are we watching this for? See where momentum slows down. MACD, right? Momentum slowing down. And it's slowing a little. But look, it's come from high, man. That's a decent move there. So it'd be totally normal. It holds out in here, then it starts to rip higher. These climbs can take a minute, right? And if we go back and look at this one over here, what did we see? It took them, that one got going pretty good though, pretty fast. But look, it did pull back into here. I mean, that's 2 weeks later. And, oh, that'd be breaking most of you out. You'd be getting out over here. Let me show you. This is where you'd be busted out. This. People will get in on the break. There's your box, right? There's the stage 2. They're in profit, moving higher. Oh my God. Now it's all the way back. You getting out there? No. No, that's where you take it. You seat in the saddle, man. As long as it ain't broke this zone, you're still on this same signal. Stage 1, stage 2. Too soon to call this a 3, right? But it could. And then what? Price would come down, man. What do? I personally stay with this signal until this zone is broken. That's my 1. This is my 2. I'm going to give this a minute because I'm between a 1 and a 2. That's how I look at it. if I believe the stock is worth more money. Depends on how you want to play it, man. Everybody wants to know about AMC. Everybody wants to know. What about AMC, Gerald? How does it play into these charts? I wrote a book on it like 6 years ago. See this little pattern right here? I bet if I go look at AMC, I bet it does the stage 2 breakout, just like I wrote about in the book. And I bet it goes higher. Let's go look. Let's see if AMC did that or not. Let's see. So what is our basic rule? If price is above the green line, that is bullish, right? Where did that happen? There. Oh my God. You had your little breakout down here at $10. Oh my God. Now we're at 70. And they're like, I don't know what to do. I know. You didn't know what to do before you bought it. Like, what do you mean? You didn't know what the fuck you were doing when you bought it. Just because it went up, now you don't know what you're doing. You don't know how to get out. How can you not know how to get out? Why'd you buy it? Pretty simple. Why'd you buy it? You say, collect a dividend. Good, then hold it. I bought it to make money. Did you make money? Yeah. Okay. Congratulations. Like you can you can create a set of rules that say, I'm going to buy on the breakout. I'm going to ride it up until these 3 lines cross. Until these 3 fucking lines cross, there's nothing to be worried about. Why? Because that's when it goes down. And so we can go back over here and look. Okay, price went sideways. Price broke above the green line. And price ran real high. And then it went kind of sideways. Yeah, put in a box. 4 candles. Okay. And what? Yeah, 5-day, 10-day cross. What happened? It broke down. The trade breaks down. That ain't happening. It's just now putting in its box. So now you just sell a little bit. Trim it up, man. You don't need to get out. Shit, it might go to 90. Might go to 90. Ain't nothing to worry about. You know what messes people up? They want to keep the very high. People do this in trading too. So you get a trading account, you start making some money, you double your account, and then we have a sell-off and your account sells off. That's what happens. And then they go, oh my God, what is happening? I'm like, market's going down. But as you play the game and you add more money and you buy stage 1s and you have big runs and your account goes up, but even the one that goes up sometimes pulls back. You don't get to keep the fucking highest high of every day. That's not how it works. So your account balance goes up and down. All the money flow. And that can fuck with people's minds, man. That it flows up and down. Now, I don't know why. There's all kinds of shit flows up and down. Bitcoin does. So we were talking, where's Bitcoin? We're coming back to it, man. You thought I forgot. Stage 1, right? Are we forming a box? Looks like it to me. Let's see. Looks like a box. We got our first run at a breakout. Elon, he said, oh shit, stage 2. Tweet him. Tweet him. Do not let stage 2s happen. Tweet. That's all right. We're just back in the box. Still buyable stage 1. So maybe we go to a 4-hour chart. Looks a little better. What's on the 4-hour? See that box bigger now, right? Get on this 4-hour. What are we doing? What's going on? We'll call it right around it. It's a little sloppy. A little sloppy. A little sloppy in here. This is where we're basically bouncing. 33 to 40 range. Mm-hmm. Why are you showing me? Yeah, so see what he's saying. But I see what he's looking at. If you look at this chart right now, look, see this big box it's just bouncing in, right? So everything is suspect now, just bouncing in this zone. But if you go back and look, when this thing runs, it can put in some big ones. This one, right? I don't know. Maybe we go look and this 32 range is top of the line for the value on the company. I don't know. Go see PLT. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. Oh, yeah. Now, you know, if we're swing trading this, you're going to be taking some off up here, man. Now, the cool thing about this company, this is a newer IPO. You can stay with this game with this thing for a long time. Kid, you could ignore the sells ones if you want. Just build your position over time and get fucking 1,000 shares. Go get yourself 23,000 fucking dollars of this. Why not, man? Why are you bullshitting? You know, what if this thing's $100 stock and you're over here bullshitting? You could have just been stacking, just buying every stage one, man. You're just buying all of them. Buy all the stage ones. Here they are. They're all pretty clear. Down here too. Shit. You're just a buyer of stage ones, right? Some are higher than others. Sometimes people say, well, I bought last time here. I can't buy up here. Okay, dummy. Then you'll never buy Chipotle's all the way to 12,000. Like, I mean, seriously. You understand that if you have that belief or concept, you can't ever fucking do anything. So if we go look at McDonald's, you think it's been 200 its whole life? No. So because you bought some shares back here, guess what? There's a new breakout over here. And it's a lot higher than the last time you played this game. You can't let that fuck you up. There's people like, well, I can't buy that. I'll lower my price. No, you're not. That's not what the game you're playing, man. You don't get to decide the price. You're trading the breakouts. There's breakouts, right? Big moves in McDonald's. Big moves, man. These big stage 3 right now, though. But guess what? This stock might go to 500. You're like, well, I can't pay 232. I bought it for 40 last time. That's not how the game works. I hear people say this with real estate all the time. Well, damn, they bought it 4 years ago. They paid blah, blah, blah. That ain't none of your fucking business. That's not the price you have. You have the price in front of you. It don't matter what they paid for it in 2008 or what the last homeowner paid. That ain't none of your business. You're trading the market that you have. But I hear people say this all the time. Like, I can't buy that real estate. It's expensive. No, it's not. Is McDonald's expensive at 210? Not at 230. You say, well, it's expensive. What if it goes to 250? Is it expensive then, or was it expensive at 230? You know, and you're going to have people who think that as it goes all the way to $1,000. So if you go look at Amazon, like, I'm not making this up. Stocks do this, man. God, Amazon chart is awful. Jesus. Look at this thing, though. Go to a monthly. Look at this chart of Amazon. I mean, this one's so amazing. You could have just bought the fucking highs. Like, look, that could be your strategy on this stock. You just buy all the highs. Look, I mean, No, the game is rigged. Look, just buy the highs of Amazon. Buy all the highs right before it crashes. Look, you just buy all the highs right before it crashes. Buy that one, and buy that one, buy that one, buy that one, buy that one, and now buy this one. And yet, nope, nobody does that. Like, it's just gone up. Look, isn't that crazy? People sell these. I mean, they get out. I don't know. It's weird, man. Look at Square. I'm never selling my, like, some of these. You just should just buy them. Buy the stage ones. Look at Square. There's your stage one. Here's our breakouts. Pulling back. We're still playing on this same breakout though, right? But as you get into the money flow, you can see the stage ones in real time. There's one, right? You can just start to, walk them back, right? Like, they're not complicated. But what is that doing? Giving you insight into price. Now we can compare this, the value of the company, or we can use it for add-ons, right? We can use these for what? Takedowns to what? Fund other trades, right? To then what? Maybe add-ons, right? To what? Take down. You say, how you're going to know? Uh-oh. You're going to know. Guess what? RSI will go extreme, start put in a box, right? Like, you can tell highs. Like, this is not complicated. We sell them all the time. They look the opposite of lows. You say, what do you mean? They break out above the green line, run up real high, and the RSI goes 6.3. Every one of them look exactly the same. Look, runs up. But here's what you don't know. You don't know how far the run up is. But if it's running up, it's running up. It ain't running down till it turns. They don't do it in one day. It takes time. So if you go look at the AMC chart, I mean, unless it was just one hit and get, I mean, I'd stay in this thing. What about it? This WSM better not be a stupid stock, man. All right, Sonoma Whip. Kind of a weird stock for a dude, man. Let's see. Yep. I kind of want to call this a big stage 3, but it's bleeding and everything's pointing down. So you're in a stage 4, bro. You just got to wait on this. I don't know, man. I guess that's a stage 1. Man, we're not bored. Get the fuck out. Now we're just showing off. What do you think about Ford, sir? What do you think you should do? Buy more? You want to buy some here? We're going to buy Ford here? Or are you just bragging? Where did you buy it? Your family got it for a nickel back in the 1890s. He wants to brag about Ford. All right, what do you want us to do with it? Gone straight up. This is called the RSI. Now, one of the things I teach in my book, whenever you see this, you're trading, you got to start locking in gains. You got to start downsizing the trade. You're at the fucking top. And so as you watch the pattern, sideways, up, the sideways across starts right there, Mr. Ford. Since you interrupted our class, this is probably day 1 of a stage 3. Now, we don't know for certain, but every stage 3 looks like that. That's how it starts. RSI goes extreme, price reverses, starts to go sideways. So every candle we get from here forth is confirming this is a stage 3. That does not mean you need to get out, but it does mean you might want to take that money because it's likely going to pull back or not go up. So we want to take that money and what? put it into something else that's setting up, maybe that's breaking out. That's how I play the game. You could do whatever. You could go buy Dogecoin. So what else are we talking about with Ford, man, now that you held up the whole classroom over Ford? Made some money. I would put some of that money into TDOC, baby. TDOC. Do you dare? I am. I got a 190 target, man. Has price ever been here before? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's been there a bunch of times. Let's see. This is owned by a lot of folks, too. So this zone, just the zone, I'm throwing hand grenades. I don't even have to be that close. You can see where it's been there a bunch of times before. So it likes this little zone. That's 180. Now, there's the stage one. I got in on the breakout, which is right out of the book, man. Right out of the book. The kid says if we're bragging, he bought ETH at $94. Why were you $94 late, sir? It had to go $94 fucking dollars to get your attention? You were too busy doing something else for $94? So stage one, there's my target. Guess where the RSI will be? Up here, baby. That'll be a completed swing trade. This is what I'm trying to get. It took this guy $94 to buy ETH. I got it for a penny. When they created ETH, they called me first. Said, Gerald, would you like some? And I said, no. I don't want any of your ETH. I turned that little alien down. Vitalik, creator of Ethereum, and Charles Hoskinson, creator of Cardano, were buddies and worked on Ethereum. You know that, right? And they don't like each other because they split on a couple ideas like staking, on ideas of, how to power the platforms, decentralization versus centralization, shit like that. Complicated shit way over my head. Look, I don't know. He's Russian and he's good at math, so he's smart. And he's weird looking, man. You thought Mark, have you seen that guy? He's smart too, man, when he starts talking. And he wears cat shirts. He wears like little kitty shirts, like little kittens. Weird. Very weird. He's a cat eating. Have you ever seen those shirts that dude wears, man? So I don't know, man. He's smart. I know he's smart. You listen to him talking about the blockchain. I've listened to a bunch of interviews with him. I went down the rabbit hole with him and that other guy and a couple of the other creators, and some of them are really smart. I like Charles because he seems kind of normal, like a normal person. Like he's smart, but he seems normal. You lost everything in 2000. No, you didn't lose everything. You sold. You got to stop being a little bitch, man. Stop selling your crypto. Only way you lose on crypto, bro, is to leverage yourself. If you're leveraged, you'll die. And you sell it. Don't sell it. If you didn't sell ETH or Bitcoin, you're good. Don't sell it, ever. Fuck them. Hold it. Zero or rich. That's it. So whenever you start buying crypto, just have that in mind. I'm either getting rich or zero. And invest however much that is you're comfortable with. Let's check on bonds. Oh, look at that. I'm long bonds right now. So, as we've watched the bond trade get blasted, I want to show you how far apart these stage ones are. It's fucking brutal. That was a stage one, failed, right? Full-blown stage 4 decline. Don't sell your crypto, sir. Ever. All you got to do to win at the crypto game is buy good ones. Buy good ones and don't fucking sell, no matter what. So if that means you have to have a little bit of money in there, then lower the money. Like, get it to where you can. And then when it's low, you can buy a little more. And you want to get coinage. Don't worry about dollar amount. Get coinage. Get full coins. Get coins of the bigger ones, the more valuable ones. Don't worry about chasing them. Buy the big ones first. Get some money in it first. Stop chasing shit. Prague is back. Nah, they're about to cut me off because you greedy bastards couldn't push a heart button. Yep, Prague's bouncing back. Stage 1. All right, man, you guys be good. Instagram, just greedy. Just greedy, man. YouTube, too. Everybody's greedy. 10,000 people watch your video. 8 of them click like. All right, man, that's it. Prague's coming back, man. This has been, I put out a thing, hey, if you're worried about Prague, sell half. So here we sit. This stock should be worth $4 at least. Shit, I remember when we were thinking it was worth $7. A lot of people still have $7 and $12 targets on it, but it has not done anything. But it's hanging in there at the $2 range, man. $2.32. So I'm long bonds. Let's talk about this fucking YouTube. This is a very unpopular trade. This could make you a lot of money because everyone is on the wrong side of this trade. This is, if you think interest rates are going up, you want to be short this. If you think interest rates are going down, if you think interest rates are going to stay the same or go lower, this trade goes higher. So I don't think they're going to lower interest rates. No way the Feds let them do that. This bonds are going back up. My target is this 30 range. So I'm long the TMF, triple leverage bond. But I'm also using the money flow. There's stage 1, right? And then we have another one right there. I bought them. This is trading below the 200. So this is a lot like the gold trade where I'm buying stage 1s. It's gold. It's going back to the 200. So on gold, yeah, you started on the first one. Say it was over here. No, it was back even further, man. Back over in here. Once it went below the 200, I decided not to sell. We started picking it up more back over here. And we've had a breakout when we've had a beautiful run. So dollar money back should be in the green, should have made some money. And now we're still bullish. I mean, it's still moving up. It's still above we've taken profits, but we're still above the 20. Everything is still pointing up. The trend to gold, there's a target right here. We're using the UGL, so I'm still long gold. It's going higher, man. Target is $72, so that's another $5 higher. So, took some off here, let the rest drift unless we turn and start to go down. I'm going to be honest, even then, I don't think I'm going to sell it because we're on the 200. Shit, what I'd like to see is maybe we build a base here and then we can add to the trade and take it back. We'll take it even higher. That's what I'd like to see, man. I'd like to see gold get higher, but I don't want to be adding here since I literally just took some off here and the RSI is above. We're at 62. So gold is a patience game. And then wouldn't surprise me to see gold let up and Bitcoin get going. Like they start doing this flip-flop. That would be cool since I trade both of them. That would be fine by me. Hey, man, you guys be good.